Now, I'm used to cities offering free concert series during the summer at their city park, but I have to admit, even for me, this is a first. Unfortunately, I didn't get the name of the group that was performing these dances today. I wish I had. So I'm not sure what exactly the dance was, but I'll tell you what, talk about burning some calories off. They get an A for effort on this. Alrighty, we're heading back to the museum that started earlier, and we'll finish it up. You buy a ticket for, I think it's $12, and it's good for the whole day. You can come and go as many times as you want. So after eating the tacos, and I didn't film the chocolate cake, and it's a good thing I didn't, because it was only about 8.5 pounds that I had to eat the whole thing. So nothing will work off a 4,000 calorie dessert like going to a museum. But anyway, we're going to go check it out. Oh, here's the exhibit that's very appropriate for my target audience, a hearse. Well, they sit awful high off the ground. I guess that's to accommodate the horses. This would be the four-door sedan with air conditioning. I believe I went there yesterday when I was in Taos and it was closed. If it's the same one I'm thinking of. So this is as close as I'm going to get to it. This exhibit is on Native Americans. It's just amazing that these pots and baskets and outfits can survive so many years, as fragile as they are. They're just absolutely perfect. Every little one of them is a work of art. The only unfortunate thing is I don't see a made in China sticker on anything. It's kind of hard to believe the world existed without crap made in China. You know, it's surprising that for a culture that had no written language, they could come up with something as intricate as this vase or bowl, whatever it is, pottery jar. Well, actually, it's not hard to believe that one because that's made in 1995. So, well, that answered that question. Back in the 70s, turquoise jewelry, particularly handmade, was all the rage. At one time, I think I had a couple dozen pieces, which have long since gone. Sort of an Indian version of the Last Supper. It's kind of clever. The Last Indian Market. Well, I guess this is the original. Let's go over and look. I think this is the original palace of the governor's palace or is open. And you notice this wagon, if you watch the Dodge City wagon, they had a Conestoga wagon. This one's about, oh, I'd say 1/3 the size. So I think it was made for other things other than going all the way to California or Oregon. Well, these are the original rooms of the governor's palace. Looks like some of them are undergoing restoration. Yep. Now that's what I call a table. What some of the rooms look like back in the day. All right, we're going to take a walk a couple blocks south of the plaza and go over and visit the Loretto Chapel and take a look at the most amazing spiral staircase I think that's ever been built. The Loretto Chapel is a former Catholic church. It was commissioned in 1873 as the Loretto Academy by the Sisters of Loretto. It took about 5 years to build and was officially consecrated by the church in 1878. Today it operates as a museum and as a wedding venue. So let's go inside and take a look at it. There's just something about the intricate details of the altar and the high arched ceilings and the beautiful stained glass windows that just sort of leaves you in awe, especially when you consider how old these places are. This chapel was originally constructed as an addition to the Sisters of Loretto Academy for their girls' school. The girls' school remained in operation right up till the time it closed in 1968. The stained glass windows were imported from France and delivered via the old Santa Fe Trail. The sandstone blocks were locally sourced, and overall the project took approximately 5 years to complete. What the chapel is most famous for today is its 20-foot helix-style spiral staircase, which makes 2 full turns and is not supported by a central support column. It is made of an unidentified variety of spruce, which is non-native to New Mexico, and it is constructed with no nails or other hardware, only wooden pegs to hold it together. When looking at the staircase today, it's important to remember when this was originally built, there were no spindles and no handrail around the outside. In addition, it was not connected to the wall. Its only connection is at the very bottom and the very top. As a result, the nuns balked at using this staircase because it had a tendency to bounce up and down and sway to the sides, and with no handrails or nothing to hang on to, they felt unsafe going up and down it. So the spindles were added at a later date and it was secured to the wall, and both of those modifications actually negatively impact the structural integrity of the stairs. The best analogy I've heard so far as to how these stairs physically stand up is if you were to take an apple and peel it in one continuous piece all the way around until you got all the skin off and held it by one end. That's basically how these stairs operate, and you could see where it would be a little disconcerting to go up and down them. Contrary to the legends associated with the mysterious builder of these stairs, research by a local amateur historian identifies the most probable builder as one Frank "Frenchy" Rojas, a reclusive rancher and part-time carpenter who was well known in Santa Fe as an expert in carpentry. So if you're planning a trip to Santa Fe, Make sure you take the time to visit this chapel. It's absolutely amazing to see the flawless construction of these stairs.